Welcome to Physical Education for SS1 at Light Tech Academy. Today we study anatomy and physiology, the muscular system. What is the muscular system? The muscular system consists of all the muscles in the body, specialized tissues that produce movement by contraction, shortening. Key fact: the human body has approximately 600 to 650 named skeletal muscles, the ones relevant to sport and physical education. Types of muscle tissue. 1. Skeletal muscle, striated/voluntary muscle. Attached to bones via tendons. Under conscious control or voluntary. Striated appearance under microscope, alternating light and dark bands. Function: produces body movement, maintains posture, generates heat. Examples: biceps brachii, quadriceps, gastrocnemius. 2. Cardiac muscle. Found only in the heart, myocardium. Involuntary, not under conscious control. Striated but functions continuously without fatigue. Rhythmic contraction, approximately 70 beats per minute at rest. 3. Smooth muscle or visceral muscle. Found in walls of internal organs, digestive tract, blood vessels, urinary bladder, uterus. Involuntary, controlled by autonomic nervous system. Non-striated, smooth appearance. Responsible for peristalsis, moving food through digestive system, blood vessel tone, etc. Structure of skeletal muscle. Epimysium, fibrous sheet surrounding the entire muscle. Perimysium, connective tissue dividing muscle into fascicles, bundles of fibers. Endomysium, wraps individual muscle fibers, cells. Muscle fiber, MYOCYT. The individual muscle cell can be up to 30 cm long, contains multiple nuclei, multinucleated, contains myofibrils. Myofibrils, cylindrical units within muscle fibers, contain the contractor proteins. Sarcomere, the basic functional unit of contraction, the segment between two Z-lines, contains. Actin, thin filaments, light bands. Myosin, thick filaments, dark bands. Titin, connects myosin to Z-line. The sliding filament theory, how muscles contract. 1. Nerve impulse, action potential, arrives at the neuromuscular junction, motor end plate. 2. Acetylcholine is released from the motor neuron, crosses the synaptic cleft. 3. Action potential spreads through the muscle fiber via the T-tubule system. 4. Calcium ion, Ca2+, is released from the sarcoplasmic reticulum. 5. Calcium binds to troponin on the actin filament, moving tropomyosin of the binding sites. 6. Myosin heads, cross bridges, attached to actin binding sites. 7. Power stroke, myosin heads pivot, rotate, pulling actin filaments toward the center of the sarcomere. 8. Sarcomere shortens, muscle contracts. 9. When nerve impulse stops, calcium is pumped back into sarcoplasmic reticulum. Tropomyosin recovers actin sites. Muscle relaxes. Key proteins: actin, thin, regulatory, plus myosin, thick, motor, plus troponin, and calcium receptor, plus tropomyosin, blocks binding sites. ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and muscle energy. Muscle contraction requires ATP as the energy currency. 3 energy systems. 1. PHOS-PHOCREATINE, PC, system/ATP-PCR system. Immediate energy, no oxygen needed, anaerobic. Duration, 0 to 10 seconds, short explosive bursts. Used in 100-meter sprint, weightlifting, shot put. Creatine phosphate donates phosphate to ADP to regenerate ATP rapidly. 2. Anaerobic glycolysis, lactic acid system. Glucose broken down to pyruvate then lactic acid, no oxygen. Duration, 10 seconds to 2 minutes. Used in 200 m, 400 m sprint, 100 m swimming. Lactic acid buildup causes muscle fatigue and a burning sensation. 3. Aerobic system, oxidative phosphorylation. Glucose/fat/protein broken down with oxygen in mitochondria, CO2 plus H2O plus ATP. Duration, 2 minutes onwards, virtually unlimited if fuel available. Used in marathon, 5000 m, football 90 minutes, cycling. Most efficient, yields 36-38 ATP per glucose molecule, versus only 2 from anaerobic. Types of muscle fibers. 1. Type I, slow twitch, slow oxidative. Rich in mitochondria and myoglobin, red color. Excellent aerobic capacity, very fatigue resistant. Slower contraction speed. Used for endurance activities, marathon, cycling, distance swimming. Nigerian endurance athletes, distance runners, have high proportion of type 1 fibers. 2. Type IA, fast twitch, fast oxidative/glycolytic. Intermediate fibers, both aerobic and anaerobic capacity. More mitochondria than type IIB, faster than type 1. Used for middle distance events, team sports. 3. Type IIB/I9, fast twitch, fast glycolytic. Few mitochondria, low myoglobin, paler color. Greatest force and speed of contraction. Fatigues rapidly. Used for power events, 100-meter sprint, weightlifting, jumping. West African athletes, including Nigerians, tend to have higher proportions of type IIB fibers, a factor contributing to excellence in sprint events. Major skeletal muscles for physical education. Upper body. Deltoid, shoulder abduction, overhead throwing/serving in volleyball and tennis. Pectoralis major, chest, horizontal adduction, pushing movements, press-ups, basketball shooting. Biceps brachii, elbow flexion, curling the arm. Triceps brachii, elbow extension, pushing away, serving, throwing. Trapezius, upper back, pulls scapula toward spine, posture. Latissimus dorsi, back, adducts arm, swimming, freestyle pole. Rotator cuff, or for muscles infraspinatus, supraspinatus, subscapularis, teres minor, stabilize shoulder joint, frequently injured in throwing sports. Core. Rectus abdominis, six-pack, trunk flexion, sit-ups. Transversus abdominis, deepest abdominal layer, natural corset, stabilizer spine. Obliques, internal plus external trunk rotation and lateral flexion. Erector spinae, lower back muscles, trunk extension, postural support. Lower body. Iliopsoas, hip flexion, powerful hip flexor in running stride. Gluteus maximus, largest muscle in body, hip extension and external rotation, crucial for running, jumping, climbing. Gluteus medius, hip abduction, stabilizes pelvis during single leg stance, running. Quadriceps, for muscles, rectus femoris plus vastus lateralis plus vastus medialis plus vastus intermedius knee extension, most powerful muscle group in body, crucial for running, jumping, kicking, or football. Hamstrings, 3 muscles, biceps femoris plus semitendinosus plus SEMIMEMBRANOSUS knee flexion plus hip extension, commonly strained in sprinters, crucial for running. Gastrocnemius plus soleus, calf muscles, plantar flexion, pushing off ground when running/jumping. Tibialis anterior, dorsiflexion, lifting foot, important for controlling landing. Muscle actions. Flexion, decreasing angle at joint, e.g., bending elbow. Extension, increasing angle at joint, e.g., straightening elbow. Abduction, moving limb away from midline. Adduction, moving limb toward midline. Rotation, turning around an axis. Circumduction, circular motion at a ball and socket joint. Muscle relationships. Agonist, prime mover muscle primarily responsible for a movement, e.g., biceps brachii in elbow flexion. Antagonist, muscle that opposes the agonist, e.g., triceps relaxes during elbow flexion, must relax to allow movement. Synergist, muscle that assists the agonist in producing the movement. Fixator/stabilizer, muscle that stabilizes the origin of the agonist, allowing efficient force transfer. Effects of training on muscles. Hypertrophy, muscle size increase, due to enlarged muscle fibers, not more fibers, result of strength training. Increased strength, more motor units recruited, improved neuromuscular coordination. Increased endurance, more mitochondria and capillaries in muscle, improved oxygen delivery. Atrophy, muscle wasting due to inactivity or immobilization. Common muscle injuries in sport. 1. Strain, overstretching or tearing of muscle fibers, graded 1 to 3. Grade I, mild or few fibers torn. Grade 2, moderate, partial tear. Grade 3, severe, complete rupture. Hamstring strain, most common in Nigerian football and athletics. 2. Cramp, involuntary, sustained muscle contraction, common in heat/dehydration, treat by gentle stretching and hydration. 3. Delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS muscle soreness 24 to 48 hours after unaccustomed exercise. 4. Contusion, bruise blunt trauma causing internal bleeding in muscle. Nigerian sporting context. Nigeria's sprint excellence. Nigeria has produced world-class sprinters. Toby Amusan, world record holder in 100-meter hurdles, Blessing Okagbe, Divine Odudu, attributed partly to naturally high proportion of fast-twitch type IIB muscle fibers. Football, soccer most popular sport in Nigeria, Super Eagles, hamstring and quadriceps injuries are most common, warm-up and cool-down protocols taught in Nigerian PE classes. Lagos State Sports Commission and Abuja Athletics Club develop athletes with sport science approaches including muscle physiology training principles. WAEC exam tips. 1. 3 muscle types, skeletal or voluntary, striated, bones, cardiac, involuntary, striated, heart only, smooth, involuntary, non-striated, organs/blood vessels. 2. Sliding filament theory, acetylcholine Ca2+ release troponin activated myosin heads attached to actin power stroke muscle shortens. 3. Energy systems, PC/ATP-PCR or 0-10S, anaerobic glycolysis/lactic acid 10S 2 minute, aerobic 2 minute plus, most efficient 36 to 38 ATP. 4. Muscle fiber types, type 1, slow twitch, endurance, red, many mitochondria, type II, intermediate, type IIB, fast twitch, power/speed, white, few mitochondria, fatigues quickly. 5. Major muscles, quadriceps, knee extension, hamstrings, knee flexion plus hip extension, commonly strained, gluteus maximus, largest, hip extension, gastrocnemius, calf, plantar flexion. 6. Agonist versus antagonist, agonist equals prime mover, antagonist equals opposes, synergist equals assist. 7. Hypertrophy, muscle size increase from strength training, atrophy, muscle wasting from inactivity. Summary. 3 muscle types, skeletal, voluntary, movement, cardiac, heart only, smooth, organs. Structure, epimysium, perimysium, endomysium, muscle fiber, myofibrosarcomere, actin plus myosin. Sliding filament theory, acetylcholine Ca2+ myosin plus actin cross-bridge power stroke contraction. Energy systems, ATP-PCR, 0-10S, lactic acid, 10S, 2 minutes, aerobic, 2 minute plus, 36 to 38 ATP, most efficient. Fiber types, type 1, slow, endurance, type II, intermediate, type IIB, fast, power. Major muscles, quadriceps, hamstrings, gluteus maximus, gastrocnemius, deltoid, biceps, triceps. Agonist, antagonist, synergist, fixator relationships. Training affects hypertrophy, increased strength/endurance, injury, strains, cramps, DOMS. Powered by LightTech Academy academy.lightech.com.ng NERDC-approved SS1 Physical Education.